He's a Sag. Pardon me, I was just taking a sip of my tea. How are you? Welcome to Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot. Gee whiz. This is Mary Ellen. Here for your weekly reading. Heart and Soul, I'm calling it these days. We've got a lot of energy going on. The fire signs are very activated. Just finished Aries. If you have any of that in your chart anywhere, please go watch it. The Aries people are going straight through the Andean cross. So, Sag, for you, I see a continuation of this energy. And as we all know, Pluto and Capricorn, right? Inching closer and closer together. Things are heating up, no pun intended. Things are getting hot, my guides are saying. So for you folks, we see a continuation. And what I'm seeing, I'm going to put the rest of the cards out in a minute, but what I'm seeing is a continuation of self-reclamation. By coming through some difficulties and recapturing yourself, that's the theme of the reading. That is about the Two of Wands. When you come to a moment, you make a decision to go forward, to step forward, to reclaim some part of yourself. And in the traditional tarot, we see an individual standing like on a balcony, right? And they have the two wands with them. They're holding the world in their hand. So in this deck, Celtic Wisdom Tarot, we see the notion of the spirit realm. That's what the two wands actually represent, you in the spirit realm. You and your guides, whatever label you want to put on it, always fine with me. So you're just standing there doing some review, making these decisions to go forward, and that's what's happening in this card. It's about somebody who comes to Merlin and basically says to Merlin, hey, I know you've been having some challenges. Let me help you reclaim yourself. Let's review your life. Let's review all the things. My guides are saying this. Let's review your chart. Where's the water? Where's the fire element? How about air? How about earth? Where do all these things? Let's see how it's sliced up for you so you can weave yourself back together, because something has happened that's been very disturbing. So I like that. And, as we come through these days, this week, look at that. Self-initiation from the journey of love. That's the shamanic, my guides just said relevance. So what I was going to say, it is the shamanic tarot deck, and that's the Christ flame. So what's happening for the fire signs this week is we're coming into a higher order of consciousness, right? So whatever your religious background is, whatever your preference is, it doesn't matter. All religions, all sacred traditions have this notion of universal Christ consciousness, meaning the heart of the universe, sacred love. The way it streams into you and out of you. And we have these heart chakras. So you are doing something in that realm for yourself. Look how beautiful. The Rainmaker. Bringing forward the abundance. Rain is a sacred element. You are self-initiating into this state of being using your Christ consciousness or your universal consciousness. Okay, my guides are saying all kinds of words. Krishna, things like that. Okay, they're just saying they don't want to offend anybody. So very interesting. And in the light of that notion, we have the beautiful Queen of Knowledge, who sits suspended in the universe, literally weaving together the strings of destiny, of her lineage. And my guys talk all the time about the strings of your energy and the way it weaves together the sacred tapestry of all beings, what we humans call 4D and 5D. That's what the tapestry is. Look at that. Ooh, it's giving me literally a shiver. So that's the Queen of Pentacles. And she is the goddess. Queen of Pentacles is filled with sacred abundance. She knows how to manifest. She takes care of her family, right? All the things we know about her. So those are the aspects that you're operating in this week, the energies. And because of that, you are beautifully holding the spool of your own destiny. You're having an awakening, another level of this manifestation of your fire energy. And so not only do you hold the sacred spool of destiny, do you see the energy? That's what my guys are talking about. You see the strings of energy in that sacred tower? That's actually inside of you. And you're weaving your destiny, your wishes, your desires, your manifest ability to command the spool and wind it around the sacred tower of inspiration that is you, actually, that's inside of you. But we're talking about your being. And look, destiny is turning. A number 2, again, more balance. The dialogue of knowledge, 2 of Pentacles. So we've got 2 of Wands and 2 of Pentacles. Definitely a new road coming forward. We see it. This is about a sacred initiate. He had to take up his place. So it's time. To see, he's got his wand in his hand. He's able to wield the energy that he is invested with. There are elders, there are guides, right? Including the cosmic consciousness that we're talking about. You're going down a new road. You may feel unprepared. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You're going into a place that's bringing a great amount of balance. You're not going to be adrift anymore. It's really interesting. Whatever this was that rocked you off your balance a little bit, don't worry about it, because that's the revelation of art. This is a sacred seer. It's the Nine of Cups. You're coming into your fullness of self. And I love that we have the Nine of Cups and the Rainmakers on the table in the reading. So this woman was able to see the sacred lineage of kings. So my guides want you to understand how this message reverberates through the reading. Right? There's something very sacred about your being. And this is a person who's a lineage holder, who's stepping on to their road as an initiate at long last. They didn't feel prepared. And basically the universe and the guides came to this person and said, no worries. We know you don't know what everything there is to know. That's not the point. The point is you have it within you. Your vessel is full, and it's time for you to take this journey, because it is your destiny that's woven in to the entire planet. And look at that. That's the bridge card. Oh boy, you've been through some battles, Sag. This has been going on for months in your readings. So that's a sacred goddess who was compelled to run a race while she was literally in labor. And she won. Not so happy if you look at the colors. See all the anger and the anguish and the rage about what's been going on? It is that which caused you to transform. And I know, I'm hearing it in my head, people like, well, I hate that. I don't want, But yesterday my guides were talking about the irritation that creates the pearl. So whatever this stuff that you've been going through, somebody in your life who's putting you through the paces, just not living up to their duties and their pledges and respecting you well enough, things like that, okay? And you just having to run this race, quote unquote. And the reason she's pregnant is because it's that situation that causes her to give birth. And for you, it's about you and you, and maybe you and your reconnection to yourself, which is where we started. So the decks are all shuffled. I just wanted to pause because, oh, look at that. Of course, look. The Death card, the liberator of your devotion. So maybe you're still in the process of finishing a situation, but it is causing you to go through the portal. And Aries is going through the Andean cross. You are going through the feminine portal of death and rebirth. See the shaman carrying the head? In the ancient days, the belief in the Celtic world, at least, was the soul resided in the head. And so if there was a battle and soldiers fell, they brought the head back so that the soul could go through a proper burial and be released. So something going on very clearly, and I love the way this is lining up with this card for self-initiation. Whatever this big change was, you brought it. You're the one who initiated it, because you were just done and done, my guides are saying. Look at that, the star card. That's the dreamer of growth. Perfection, and it's on the soul level. So you're really bonded with the mind of the universe. Sacred dreaming, intuition, clairvoyance, a moment when you can make your dreams come true. Just look at the way all these things are aligned in this reading. It's fantastic. So keep a dream journal if you don't. Doesn't matter if you don't understand it in the moment, because you will when the time is right. Okay? Any intuition that comes to you, my guides are saying, that's spot on, because you are the rainmaker. I love this. Is really awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at this next card. See if we can look. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, King of Battle. Mystical story about a king who was embattled, and he had his hand cut off in the battle. He lost his power, and through a mystical process and a mystical healing, he came back into his human hand, regrew, and he was rejoined with himself, and therefore regained his power. So whatever this journey's about, this Christ consciousness, rainmaking, self-initiation journey, you're going to get an enormous amount of clarity. May come through to you on the next full moon. Okay, so stay closely attended, my guides are saying, to the cycle of the moon. Look, aw, Sag, loving that. 3 of Wands, standing on the shore, getting ready to take a new journey. That's why you've been liberated. That's why the Liberator of Devotion. And that's the name of this card, the Liberator of Devotion. This woman left her husband because he was not fulfilling his duties. And there you have this destiny. So if you just look at how all these things are aligned, you're going to understand how it fits your particular story. So here in this deck, we see a couple newly joined going on a sacred journey. It's a number 3. Okay, might be you and your spirit guides, might be you literally and somebody else. The male half has been transformed. The feminine side is experiencing growth. They both have cups. Mysteries are going to be revealed to them. When we start a new journey, we don't know. And I just literally did it for those of you that are coming through or have been. Oh, that's interesting. My guide said coming through with me. So I just leapt out on a spiritual journey. I think it's going to last for a minimum of a year. Yes, it's your whole life, but sometimes it's more pointed. So that's what I'm doing. I'm joining together with myself and my spirit guides. And they're taking me out because it's just time. So look at you standing in the full light of the lion-hearted energy of the sun. Abundance. It's fabulous. So let's take a look for those of you who are partnered or have any kind of significant other that is affecting your life. Check this out. Could be family, could be a friend, could be a loved one, could be somebody who's about to arrive, because we see 2 notions of flight. The sacred crow is about a shaman, particular type of shamanism, and it has to do with being able to take flight with the sacred laws of the universe, sacred show, crow vision, the void, all those kind of things. And look, sweet soul rising. So for those of you that are single, there might be somebody who's going through their process and they're sort of winding their way toward you while they are taking flight in this very mystical way. Really beautiful. It's very tender, this soul rising. So whatever's going on for them, look, they also have the Star card. And there's the Ace of Pentacles. It's fantastic the way the energies are really strong. Each of you as individuals are working on your destiny. This person not only working on their destiny, dreaming about their growth, having sacred vision, coming into their moment of a sweet soul rising with this fabulous crow energy, with the laws of the universe. They're working on building something solid. They've been released. They walked through that gate, right on that golden path, and they are building something really solid. They've got some sacred inspiration that has come to them, and check it out. Whoever this is very powerful in their own right and or able to access the sacred power of the universe in a very stable way. The high priest and the hierophant, that is one heck of a lot of exalted male energy. So they are standing very firm in their place internally, and perhaps they're just both of these figures, they're looking forward. They're not looking at each other. They're not looking at you. They're looking forward, because whatever this destiny is, this person's very solidly grounded in it. And this inspiration comes from the sacred realm. Ooh-wee. And actually goes in both directions. Very interesting. So what the Emperor is moving straight forward with is the desire to have this. So since it's coming inside your reading, there's, for some of you, somebody standing there, and if they're not expressing it, they are feeling it. And maybe that's why they're having the soul rising and going into the mystical realm. They're feeling the flow. They're going to move it forward. They are intending to move it forward, and they're intending to move it forward in such a way that it's sacred. So they're feeling some sacred connection with you, right? They know that something stable can be created in their realm, this emperor energy, someone stable who is going through a soul rising. It's really interesting. So for them, like for you, this is a moment of justice and the end to something that was really difficult. So fascinating. So 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles. You're both walking away from something. It is your destiny, both of you. And I think it is, that's why the justice comes forward. Because look at this. Fascinating concept, 5 of Swords. People walking away. This person walking away. That's the justice. It's the transition and the shift and change. And when you take care of yourself in this way, by taking charge of your own life, yeah, the bickering ends, justice comes. Those people that are not meant to be in your life, they walk away because you stood your ground. So a lot of readers will say, 5 of Swords, it was a fruitless battle. Arguments, bickering, whatever. And people finally just threw their swords down and said, whatever, I don't care. Right? And you just stand there looking at them walking away. So, when you see tarot cards come out, always, you have to sort of look at what's it aligned with? What's the whole situation that's going on? So you truly understand what this is talking about. This person stood their ground in a way that was based in their sacred knowing. That's why the 5 of Swords is there. Because whoever or whatever it was that they were doing battle with finally just walked away because it was clear to them what the justice was in the situation. Or if it wasn't clear, they just gave up and they walked off. Because you, meaning your cross watcher, your person, too powerful for them. Okay? That's the justice of standing in your power. I really like it. I like it for you, Sag. So let's grab something from the runes for you. Just a reminder, this retreat in my guides keep saying San Diego. I wonder if that's where I'm going at some point. They're directing my travel. So I am continuing my journey. I'm offering a spiritual retreat, a healing retreat here in Santa Fe. Oof, look at that. That's the room for movement. Perfection. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to put it right there because destiny's turning and the prophecy's coming forward. So the healing retreat in Santa Fe is on the 29th. You'll get the little eye in the sky thing will pop up early in the video. Just click on that. You can book your reading. You can book your retreat. Registration for the retreat ends. Beautiful. This is perfection. Thank you, Spirit. Registration ends the 23rd. So make sure to click on that, go to the website if you're going to sign up, okay? I need some advance warning. Who's coming? What are your food preferences? All that. So that is fabulous. That is a rune. And it's symbolized by the yew tree, and it symbolizes some challenges, some difficulties, something that had to happen in order to bring forward new growth. And there it is. My guides are confirming it. So I like it. This is about going underground, deep underground. The shoots of the yew tree hang down to the ground. They grow underground and they pop up in a new place. So for some of you, that's what's going on with your lover. Your love, my guys just said the word, your love instinct. So you'll know what that means. So gang, thanks for being here. Click the like button for me as always. That tells YouTube that you enjoyed my video. And then it stimulates them to share it with more people. And that's the way the cycle works on YouTube. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the week. Lots going on. Don't watch the news. Look inward and enjoy yourself. Okay? And I'll talk to you next week. Thanks, everybody.